Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. You might be asking yourself, why is the entirety of your Bronco's interior, including the carpet, in your garage? Which is a valid question. I think that's an excellent question. So, long way back, shortly after I got the Bronco, one of my lovely children spilled a Starbucks strawberry whatever in my car, and I didn't realize it for ages. And then when I did, I just was too busy to do anything about it. So I thought, you know what, I need to clean that, but I'm sure it seeped through. And then if you look too, my wife has a slight problem with buying too many scratch-offs and scratching them in my car. So there's that. So I took the rug out thinking, okay, I'll go ahead and clean this. But then I got caught up with the project. Sound deadening, right? So let me kind of start at the front. If you know about Broncos, they're loud on the inside, very, very loud, right? Got a lot of wind noise, got a lot of vibrations and everything like that. And Ford put very sparse noise dampening panels or material inside. All right, so each of these slightly different colored, these are noise dampening, sound dampening. NVH, noise, vibration, harshness, question mark? Anyway, there's very little. Up front, there's only 3 panels up front, and in fact, there is nothing in the back with the exception of a few little weird, like foam ones that are put on the wheel arches, right? So what I did was, went on Amazon, and I think I got this Scar Audio sound dampening kit. It was actually meant for doors, and it'll show you the dimensions. 4 sheets, 36 by 12, right? So covers 12 square feet. I didn't know how far this would go, and I think I paid about 45 bucks for it. But I gotta tell you, it did the whole Bronco, with the exception of the doors. I'm gonna have to take the door cards off and do that. But if you look, there was no sound dampening in the back of the truck. So all of this is just steel, right? And if you know anything about sound dampening too, you don't need this to be completely covered like you'd cover a carpet. What these little panels are meant to do, and actually they're really good quality, 2 mil, but they're rubberized on the bottom, really good adhesive, and then like a almost like a foil layer over the top. They're really nice. But what they're meant to do is when they go on a panel, they will keep the panel from vibrating. So if when a sound hits the panel, instead of vibrating it like crazy, it stops. Right? So they don't even have to be fully covered here. And I did make them overlap just a little bit in some spots. And I was kind of sparing with where I put them. There's a lot of mounting points. So all of these are mounting points, for example, for the rear seats. That's a mounting point for the rear carpet, like so. So I tried to put them in places that were exposed. I also put a layer on the inside of the wheel well right there on both sides, as well as some pieces on the inside of the rear fender, right? That should help a lot as well. And then I just did a few pieces. You notice right up there in the kick panels of the driver and passenger side, there was absolutely nothing right where you put your feet up there. And that was really, really thin steel as well. So what I did was put that there, and that should really eliminate a lot of the engine sounds coming through there. And then just a little bit too between the seat mounts. I didn't want to put anything that would interfere with mounting points. So yeah, all of this here I was able to get done for about $45, $50 worth of material. And notice I didn't overlap it, just a little bit here, but anywhere the Ford didn't put it, I put a little bit, right? But this should greatly reduce, actually, oh, right here, this was a big spot here, because if you look, there was nothing back here, and you could hit this, and it was just the most hollow sound ever. So I put some here too, boom, 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 boom. And yeah, I'm actually really pleased with the way it turned out. This is one box. And like I said, it cost me 50 bucks. I've seen like kits that were made for this particular car that I think was like 200 to 250, which, I mean, to each their own. If you want to drop that, that's cool. But like, I feel like this is going to do just as good of a job, or almost anyway, for a fraction of the price. I would recommend another box if you want to do the inside of the doors. I hate taking door cards off, so I probably will do it, but not today, man. Not today. So another box would be useful, because then you can cover the inside of that, and that would help a lot too. But I mean, there's a lot of vibrating metal on the outside, and this should really cut down a lot of that. Keeping in mind, by the way, too, this all goes under the carpet. So between this and the carpet, there should be a great reduction in the sound. Actually, even as I speak now, it feels like my voice echoes less in the car than it did when I had the carpet taken out and no sound deadening. Could be like a placebo effect, but anyway. So yeah, that Scar Audio kit, like I said, I was using it to cut the pieces, so I apologize for that. But yeah, man, I can't recommend this highly enough. And then hopefully once I get the car back together, I'll give kind of a final review of how much it helped. But yeah, if you're looking to do it for your Bronco, this is a 2001 2-door Big Bend Squatch package. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Have a good day.